Time Out. This episode is sponsored by NQ. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to also turn on the post notification. You don't want to miss the next episode. Hello and welcome to Time Out, the show that aims to discuss anything and everything in the world, including bringing you the hottest topics in the culture. And today I'm joined by a super sports agent. To be honest with you, I think let's introduce him to the show. Welcome to Time Out, brother.
Yeah, thank you so much. Nice to be on the show.
Finally.
It's a lot of hard work, you know.
He's the most hardest working man I've known in the industry. You're always on the go. Like, the last 2 minutes has been here, calls after calls.
It's been like that.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be like so important, man? And to be honest with you, I mean, I've known you for a minute now, and I've seen you. You're always constantly busy, and you know it's there's difference here being busy and being productive, and you're killing both ways. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels so good. Sometimes it's overwhelming. I'm sitting here right now on this podcast with you. I have quite a number of things waiting for me. I've got an assistant, but there's some things I just have to be on myself. Do you understand? But sometimes it's overwhelming, but at the end of the day, is what we want is the life we chose. And so if things are like this, it is what we want. So we just have to roll with it like that. But it is what it is.
I know. I appreciate you for coming through. And I mean, besides you being a super sports agent, being an industry promoter in the creative industry, to be honest with you, before we get into all of that, what was your childhood like? For you to be here, you gotta have like a dream. What was it? What was your childhood like?
Honestly, childhood for me was very good, and it was a kind of one that I learnt a lot because of my upbringing. I was brought up by a woman, my mom. So she's a very, very hardworking woman. Though she's late now, but she taught me most of the things I know today and how I am today. From being very hungry for success to being very enduring. Do you understand? And the consistency as well. So I learned most of the things I am today from her and my environment as well. So growing up was fine. I mean, coming from an average family, average background. We had everything we wanted, not in excess, but the basic things we needed, we had them. So that's where the contentment came in. So, and it's part of my discipline right now, and I use it as well. So growing up from the school I attended to life generally, I think my family carved it in my background, where I came from. So from Nigeria, by the way, I grew up in Nigeria as well. So
now, to be honest with you, I gotta say to you, like, I mean, listening to you touching a bit of on your childhood and how I gotta say shout out to all the single mothers out there, and she being a black woman, that's even more special because they can only know how to raise kings.
Yeah. No.
So to actually be able to have all these elements instilled into you, and then now you're using it in your life in general, you gotta be special though.
Yeah, it is honestly, and that's why sometimes people just don't understand how I have this drive. But the thing is, we're in a kind of world now that we get distracted easily.
That's true.
You understand, and how I still manage to be focused on all these things. I know some people wonder how I'm able to put all these things together, and at the same time I'm a very big family man. Do you understand?
Of course.
Yeah,
I respect
kids,
that.
do you understand? I'm married, and to put everything together and to keep going, and it's not easy, to be honest, but discipline is just the key, and it's been helping with God's grace.
Okay, so now to be honest with you, I give flowers to you because you've gone to a way where you're breaking barriers. You are an outstanding man, family man, and like I always say to my followers, everything you do, if it involves family and love, you always cherish and you always blossom. Before you becoming this super sports agent, and I'm always gonna throw it out there, what did you do prior to becoming a sports agent? What was like your first jobs? Because people, they see, he's here now.
Yeah.
But the question is, where did you come from? Your journey? What was it like?
I'm going to say this, and this is like an exclusive, yeah. First of all, at the moment, I am not a super sport agent yet. I'm still growing. I'm still in the path, so I'm still in the process. Because if you ask me now, I've got more talents, more key talents
Okay.
than compared to what a super agent would be. So when you're talking about super agents, we'll be talking about Mineraula. We'll be talking about the agents of Stella that manage Bill, that manage the kinds of Kelechi and Iheanacho, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots like that. So for someone like us, we're still very young. We only started being sports agents about 2-3 years now. Although we've grown very well in this limited time. So what actually brought me to that line is my friend. So I'm a lover of football naturally. I love football.
What team do you support?
Yeah, right now I support Leicester City.
Well, right now. Well, I'm a Man United fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, always I always bleed red.
Yeah, nice.
But at the same time, I do love football.
Yeah, I love football very well as well. So I love Man City too because I live in Manchester. So
yeah.
I believe Manchester is blue.
There's a lot going on there. I respect Man City because they're playing brilliant football at the moment.
Manchester blue.
But it's always gonna be red.
Biased.
No, I'm being honest. I mean, it's one of those. Anyway, so going back to how you got into this.
Yeah. So my friend plays football. People knows him very well. He's quite famous. His name is Kelechi Iheanacho. So he's actually the one that put us all on. Do you understand? So he hasn't asked us to be agent, but when you're friends with someone like that, and he just believes in you and he expects you to do something. So indirectly, he's putting you on the platform. He's giving you a platform. When you start rolling with people like that, you start getting to meet footballers. You start getting to meet football agents. You start getting to meet football officials.
Yes.
And then you start getting to meet some key people in football.
Okay.
So for someone like me, this is who I am. I don't always expect you to make food for me.
Okay.
I just expect you to show me, Baron, that's where the salt is, that's where the pepper is, that's where the rice is, and this is how to get the pot. And that's all I need.
And then you just
so
have to
if
make
that,
it happen.
Yeah, I would make it happen, trust me.
Okay.
And I won't let you down.
I mean, I gotta say to you, it's being in sport and having a friend. I mean, it becomes a lot of trust on his part as well.
Yeah.
Because if he's attaching himself to you, that means there's a lot of transparency that goes through the law. There's loyalty behind all this.
Yes.
So him being a friend and he's actually putting you onto this, it's to be honest, if you're not, I mean, because in most cases, especially in football, I would say it's better to put your friends or family in line of your business rather than a stranger who's only there for basically financial gain.
Yeah.
Because you understand he wins in a way, your family, so that means you in the same process.
True.
Okay, so I mean, which goes back before you became a sports agent that you are now.
Yeah.
What was your first job that you were like, oh my god, I can't wait for this shift to finish?
Oh,
what was it like?
Okay, yeah, that's a very interesting question. I'll be dropping a lot of exclusives in this podcast. I think I started working as a CSCS operative. So I work on the site.
Okay.
So, but it was a very, very brief thing because it was not my thing. It wasn't a field that I want to be. So I just had to do it for, I think what made me did it then was because I was very bored. And I just want to do something. I just want to get involved with something. I had a friend who was on that line. So he was like, come on, man. Instead of you just sleeping at home or doing whatever it is, let's go to site. I've got this job and so.
I mean, because that's like what, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 7. And this time around, we had to go on the bus because I wasn't even driving. and I wasn't driving, so we had to wake up very early and travel on the bus, and after work, travel back very fast. After I worked in Manchester for I think a month, and before I knew it, I was working in London. I was like, how do we get here, man? And then I had to rent a house in London. Meanwhile, while all this are going on, I was working in the background. Yeah, so entertainment is my thing. That's my major. Do you understand? Being a promoter, being a celebrity manager. So that's my major. That's my background. That's what I want to do. So I was building in the background while I was moving with that.
Okay.
So the moment I saw a better foundation for the entertainment, so I dropped that. I think that was just the basic thing I did. I did it for about 2 or 3 months. That was the whole construction P. And they could see it there wherever I was working that this is not staying.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, of course. I mean, sometimes you get into certain situations where, yes, it's providing like an income to you, to the means where you want to be.
Yeah.
And people around you, they see the potential, say, yes, we can see where we are here. However, you're destined to be somewhere greater.
Else. Do you understand? So, and the way I am, Mike, if I get into this room and I start speaking to people, even if I've never met them, there's a way people perceive you that I think he's got something up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that's not what you have to tell people that, oh, I'm up to this, I'm up to that, this is who I am. But people get to perceive it that there's something about him. Do you understand what I'm saying? So while I was doing that, people could sense it. They could sense it that, oh. And then I'm a social media head as well. So sometimes some of my colleagues get to see my phone or see my social media account and be like, whoa, you're right. Is this your Instagram? Is this your Facebook? Is this you? I said, yes, that's me. So it was so evident that.
So do you think, I mean, especially touching on that part where you're so engaged, especially in the digital media at the moment.
Yeah.
And then you have a professional side where you're turning up on site and they're seeing, okay, this guy is putting in the grind, but then they see the other side and you're like, are you saying that I shouldn't be here? Then I see how they perceive me. Like whatever I'm doing now, yes, it's working for me. However, at the same time, they see more potential beyond me being the corporate guy. So I respect the fact that you're here now. So going into touching on the whole sports agent, and now you're a social media guy, social media head, running a promotion for music industry. So what allowed you to start signing amazing talent?
Okay, football wise, this is very simple. Me coming into the scene, I came with my equipment and I came with my style. I came with the idea of how I want to bridge, how I want to solve a problem, how I want to fill in the gap that is in the industry. So I'll just start with my style. What I just do is this, because I'm a very, very active person on social media, everything happens now on social media. So what I do is, I've got the connect, I've got the links to some football clubs. So I go on social media, I make a post and ask some parents who are struggling to get their kids into football academies or football clubs to get in touch with me. Or anyone who knows any good kids who plays football should get in touch with me. Then once they've got in touch with me, I'll invest my resources, my money, to put up a trial. The usual thing is you have to start looking for trials with the clubs, and then it's very, very technical, it's very, very difficult. You might not even get to have a trial. So what I do is I arrange trials myself with my resources. No one is sending me to. I pay for the venues, I pay for the coaches, I pay for the trainers, I pay for the equipment, set up a trial, and then invite people to come and showcase their kids for free, and then invite the club to come and see those kids I'm showcasing.
This is this okay. This exclusive, right?
Do you understand?
Do you see how important of a pivotal player that you are in the game?
Yeah.
Because the fact that you actually go into your own pocket
Yeah.
to fund and then actually push that talent to say this is where it's at, especially from a young age.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's just it. And some of the time the parents were like, oh, we owe you a lot. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And to be honest, we started just before the COVID, before the pandemic, and we've only had just one section, but the section has actually helped us, and from the section we had about 22 kids turn up, and 4 of them right now are signed to clubs.
Whoa, congratulations, bro.
But not at the moment, but academies, not officially to the clubs. Do you understand?
No, but the fact that you can see potential and actually invest where you see, because kids are going to grow up.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're making a kid's dream come true in itself,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
That's just it. So so we're planning this year, just before summer, we're gonna have our second trial section, and this time around we'll be having more teams, more clubs sending down the officials, because we've done more background works from the last time.
Okay.
Do you understand? So we have more teams coming to see the kids this time around.
So I guess this is the part where most people don't see the hard work that goes behind.
Yeah.
They get to see only the glam side of the
Yeah,
footballers,
of course.
and there is pretty much the instrumental player
Of course.
who is behind the scene, who is making sure all these things are in check, and this is your role.
Yeah.
That's crazy important. I gotta say, moving on to this part where what do you love most about being a sports agent then? Or can I say miracle worker? Because he's doing miracles.
Oh, wow, if you call it miracle, I just believe it's just the normal thing we should do. So, what I love most about it is just, I love football. That's the first thing. And then the other thing is, I love the lifestyle. I don't know, football itself. I love everything about it, from the stadium to the pitches to the officials to the players themselves. So I think the organization.
Yes.
Do you understand? So being a part of it as an agent or an intermediary is just is a sort of a blessing. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
same way being a footballer is a blessing.
Yeah.
Same way being a coach is a blessing. So being a part of it at the intermediary stage,
Yeah.
or the agents, is just a blessing, because I think football is like a culture.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
It's very much so. Looking at you getting into becoming a sports agent, what was that first meeting when you were in a board meeting with these GMs? Like, was it nerve-wracking for yourself? Because I know I'll be like, woof, I'll be sweating it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll be trying to keep it cool.
Yeah.
However, at the same time, I'll be like, yeah. So how was it for yourself?
It's to be honest, it's not nerve-wracking for me, because of the kind of people and the caliber of people I've actually sat in front of to pitch my ideas, to pitch my business, to convince to invest in me or invest in my business.
Yeah.
And I think I've grown so much in it. So right now, if I sit in front of, for instance, let me say, what's the name of Tesla? What's his name?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk for now. I wouldn't even fidget. I'm gonna pitch, I'm gonna pitch and tell him whatever I believe in, and it's just gonna drill me, and that's the worst. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I think everything depends on who you are and how much you believe in yourself, and do you understand? How much you know what you're selling, how much you know what you're doing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, and I just believe something. If you fail, you can always pick yourself up and go again.
Yeah.
Do Do you understand? So that's it.
No, I mean, I gotta say, yeah, you have amazing friends because for them to trust you to be in the same room and make these things happen for them, and also knowing that they're securing your brand as well. Because I mean, Baron IMC Sports in itself is now considered a name in the football league, and to a point where now you've gone out of your own way now to start a scouting program for kids, of which it's like, I remember seeing one of your posts when you posted these kids playing football, and I was like, I can't believe he's actually doing it. So to a point now, it's like I'm having this conversation with you. It's very important. So how do you stay motivated to be on top of your game though?
How I stay motivated is just to be hungry and yearn for more. To be honest, I don't get comfortable because the way I see myself, like I'm still struggling, and to be honest, I'm still struggling. Do you understand?
I like how humble he is. I love it. I love it.
To be honest, it's just a fact. But I mean, from the outside, it looks like I'm very comfortable and everything. But I'm telling you now, exclusively, that I'm still struggling. I'm not where I want to be yet.
Yes.
Do you understand? So I love the good life. I fancy cars a lot.
Yeah.
I love cars. So at the moment, I've got 3. I like to have 5 cars or 6 cars, and I love 6 cars.
Okay.
Do you see? So that's just on the side. If I've got that sort of hunger, I must have a way to fund it. Do you understand? So that already is a motivation on the side. And then I like to touch lives. I like to. I'm not as perfect as Jesus, but when you come in touch with me, I like to see what positive I can make in your life, what changes I can make, how I can influence you to do better, and in turn have an influence on me as well.
Okay.
So when I'm doing something good to you, I always believe I'm doing something that would be of mutual benefit to us. So that motivates me as well. Do you understand? And then my family as well. It's motivation. Seeing them and seeing how much I want to be, how comfortable I want them to be as well. Those things are just too much of motivations, and I can't even sleep for 5 hours.
And to know that you're so driven and determined to say, no matter what time of the day, because I mean, when our part of the world is sleeping, another part of the world is going. So to know that you're always constantly like chasing that dream and that vision, I have to give it to you. Not a lot of people will. I think most people, when they get to say, I'm at this stage now, they just fold in. To actually have this conversation and understand you still have the hunger like you had prior to being at this stage. I only wish you success and more.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Hello and welcome to Time Out. This episode is sponsored by NQ. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to also turn on the post notification. You don't want to miss the next episode. So, we're in the world of social media right now, right? A lot of it, like you're talking constantly. If it's not this app, there's so many apps. What impact has social media played on your brand? Because I know there's old heads. Not to say there's old people, but there's old heads that are not so tapped in. What impact has that done on your brand?
Well, social media has given me personally a platform to showcase everything I'm doing, and everyone across the world can see it, and they can reach out to me. It wasn't this easy. It wasn't this easy doing what I'm doing and having to get known across the world. I'm now at a stage whereby if I reach out to any artist, they know who I am already. Do you understand? I mean, on the entertainment side. And I'm at a stage whereby an artist can reach out to me and say, we've heard about how repeatable you are and how hardworking you are. I would like to work with you. Do you understand? So social media has just broken some orders
Yeah.
and open some doors for us to showcase everything we're doing. And honestly, we can't say too much of that. We can overhype how much, or we can overprice how much social media has done for us. And it's just a thing, and it's getting better. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
there are still some things we still struggle to do at the moment, and I believe in 10 years would be so easy. Do you understand?
Only technology is making all this happen.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So social media is done way a lot.
So I mean, let's say I'm an upcoming player who is in Africa, and I'm having difficulties in trying to find a sports agent or a representative for myself.
Yeah.
I mean, with social media now, it makes it more easier because they can then create reels, send you highlights.
Easy.
It's easier now.
Yeah.
So I mean, So would you say anyone in the world, if they have that access to send you stuff like that, you're open to look at their talent and see where they can exploit as well?
Yeah, of course. It's not harmful to do it. You can send me your stuff. You can DM me, send me your content or your videos. If I have any avenue to assist you, or to bring that dream or that aspiration to life, I'll definitely come through. Do you understand?
You heard the man himself.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
I love how positive you are and how open you are as far as trying to reach out to other people, because some people are a bit closed off. Becoming a football player already hard. Being a sports agent even harder.
Yeah.
So for you to actually to say to the followers or the listeners to say, yeah, fair enough. I know we're here. However, at the same time, our doors are open.
Yeah.
We can have that conversation. Do you see any progress with the Black Lives Matter in football and United Against Racism in football, or in sports in general? Do you see any progress?
Yes, I see some progress, even though it's not as huge or as significant as it should be. But then, Black Lives Matter, they kneeling before the game, the kickoff, and some of the things that the FA are putting in place across the world, I mean, they are impactful. Do you understand? Even though they are not as huge as it should be, but I believe we're getting there. So where we are today wasn't where we are 10 years ago. That's my belief. So no rushing. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I believe so. Another 5, 6, 7 years, I believe we'll be at a better place. So right now, the way people will still do this racism thing are being punished, I know, as heavy as it should be. Do you understand? Right now, a player can go to prison for slapping his cat.
Oh yes, I did see it.
Do you understand? So those slight things, but then if a fan, for instance, making a racial slur, maybe he gets banned for five games, or he gets banned from that stadium, as they said, but eventually he still gets into the stadium. Do you understand? So that's not enough. If some fans of a particular football club makes a racial abuse or racial signs or slogans, maybe the team can get fined 20,000 euros, and that's just bare chicken change. That's not heavy enough.
Yeah,
we can do better, but I believe we'll get there. Do you understand?
I also believe that as well. Progress only starts at the top as well, and I think with FA, the top leaders themselves, if they were to, bring in courses, where, because I know sometimes people don't like to have those conversations when you sit down and educate people. It's that ignorant side of things where you question and say, okay, yeah, fair enough, you're getting fined, you're getting benched for 5 games, but what impact is that done on your life?
True.
Just like when you get caught drink driving. You get banned, and then you go for those courses as well. So it teaches you and it helps you understand the impact of
comprehensive.
I think in the future, if they can possibly go that route as well.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that everyone plays a part. Moving on, what would you change about the business at the moment that you see? Okay, in the next 5 years, if the business was to go in this direction, it to improve the sport.
I think what I would like to change is the process and the protocol in which football teams release players. After being in the academy for a couple of years, a number of years, you dedicated your life and everything, and at some point you just have to be released because you couldn't make the cut into the first team or into the reserve, and you just released, and you have to start thinking where are you going to start from, and at that point you're already 17, 18, 19. That's very, very late. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I would like to put some plans in place for players that are being released. Big ups to the coach for Crystal Palace, Patrick Vieira. I think he's doing some things with the club, and I'm trying to set up a plan for players instead of just being released back into life without any option, or because that's suicidal. That's when you have it all in your head, are you playing with a particular team and hopefully you make it to the first team and you just get I'm sorry, we have to release you after dedicating long
Your
years.
whole life, yeah.
You understand? So I would like to change that if I've got the power to. I'll change that about football.
No, that's very important because people never talk about life after football, and it doesn't mean that you have to play. Your football career should be 35 and then you're retiring.
Yeah.
It could be at 17, it could be 18,
Yes.
just like you're mentioning.
Yeah.
So the fact that you actually have that vision as well,
Yeah.
I gotta give it to you. It's a very important. I mean, having this exclusive interview and having you here means a lot to me. Also, you're heavily involved in the creative industry.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
Okay, so in the creative industry, I am a promoter. So if you're talented as either a musician, a photographer, or a videographer, or a DJ, MC, hype man, I am drawn to you.
Yeah.
Because I believe we can make something. See, the future is entertainment. Is the future.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware. Coop, do you know Coop?
Yeah.
The supermarket chain.
Yeah.
They're building a venue in Manchester right now that is bigger than the O2 Arena.
Wow.
In London. So the O2 Arena at the moment is about, I think, 20,000. The venue is about 23 or 24,000, and it's going to be the biggest in the UK.
It's going to be here in Manchester as
In
well.
Manchester as well. So if you're in
So
Manchester,
I'm assuming your plans are even bigger than.
of course, already I'm keying into that already. Do you understand? This is the way I think. I'm already thinking of how to get properties close to that venue, because you soon start selling out, and if you've got a property around there, to soon start skyrocketing. Whether it's a house you've got, or anything, or just a shop, or any business you've got around that place. So exclusive, go find the venue and put something around that venue, and you'll be good.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Alright, so pretty much he's telling you guys, invest, do your own research, non-financial advisor. Make sure you go do your own research. So, any other plans in the entertainment that you got going on, we can touch on at the moment?
No, at the moment I've just got about 10 UK tours for about 10 Afrobeat artists. So this year is going to be a very, very busy one for me. So I've got a tour going on with Goyameno. I've got Keith Daniel, I've got Smaya Kun, I've got Ricardo Banks, I've got Kidi, I've got Kwame Eugene, I've got AV, I've got J Wills, and loads of them like that. And we have to tour with all of them.
Yeah.
So not just London show, Manchester show, we have to go into other cities. So what we're trying to do right now is to break into some cities that have got Afrobeat fans living in, but they've got nothing going on.
Okay.
So we want to start going into those cities now and making something happen there.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna give you a fun fact, guys, because I think this is like about 2019. Yeah, 2019. And I got invited to perform under your promotion. Do you remember that?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it's been a minute since I put myself out there musically. I've just been so busy with other securing a life in the corporate world. However, at the same time, I'm still engaged in. And to be honest with you, I mean, at the moment, I love how your sports agent, your entertainment promoter, and to see that Afrobeats or even the new genre of music that's coming through now, which is Amapiano. Yeah. Do you see that fusing together and working so well as well?
Yeah, definitely. You know, South Africans and Nigerians, I think they live together, like they coexist easily together.
Yeah.
So whatever vibe is going on in South Africa, Nigeria is very easy to key into it. And then I think South Africans as well. I think they love the Nigerian vibe. So
Yeah.
why not? Yeah, they
I
need
see. I always say you got a cake, right?
yeah.
You know when you cut a piece of cake,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You give it to someone. There's still plenty of cake on the table.
Of course, there's still
Unless if you're that greedy to eat a whole piece of cake, of which
come
is
on.
impossible.
Yeah,
Of which,
there's always something.
yeah.
For everyone.
So no, yeah. I really appreciate you for coming through to my show.
All right, thank you so much.
I'll bring you back again at some point to
Always.
see the progress. It's good to
Always.
see
Always.
black men like myself,
Yeah.
black men like yourself out here actually integrating into bigger and better things.
Yeah.
This is my new show called Time Out, where we discuss and touch everything in the world.
I got you, Mike.
Yeah.
I got you. And when this is out as well, I'll give it a push and a lift as well. As it's my content. So
I love that. I
wish
love
you all
that.
the best.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Like I say, guys, it's been Time Out. This show only aims to bring you the hottest, if not exclusive, interviews. And as you can see, if you can please press the like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to get in touch with Mr. Byron, I'll also put his handle down in the link. Thank you all. Time out.